My mother thinks she entitled to one of my properties lol, by useraging_gay_man. I haven't seen my since I was 16, and we were in court. So 19years I haven't had any contact with the mother. She hired a PI to find me and I still refuse to talk to her. I even have my lawyer send her a formal letter of no contact and threatened her with a restraining order. She sent this email to me though my work email. I shorten it but basically it said. It too, my name, this is, her name, your mother. I thought you would have matured by now and came and apologized to me and your father for what you put us through. Because of you your father lost his teaching career and we had to sell our house. However, it has come to my knowledge that you own some properties in my area, so it's only right if you give us one of them as an apology. One of my most expensive properties would be a good fit for us. As soon as you hand over the keys to property, we can finally able to start to heal and get past this misunderstanding that you blow out of proportion. I hope you come to the right decision. Her name. I just can't stop laughing at this. Like no bitch, I'm not giving you anything. This is just another bit of evidence to help me get a restraining order against she. My mother called me selfish for wanting to be an organ donor and cremated when I die, by user Kali Kali. My mother said this years ago. My brother passed away suddenly from cancer in 2019, 27 hours after being diagnosed. He was 37. It tore our family apart from the grief. It has caused us to make up our living wills and how we like to be buried. I was close to my brother so he told me what he wanted if he died 4 years before he did. I planned his funeral and everything. My mother trusted me and was pleased of how I planned it. The day after his funeral, we were talking about how we wanted our bodies to be handled after death. I told her I wanted to donate my organs and whatever is left, I wanted cremated and most of my ashes scattered. If family wanted to keep some, they can. My mother asked how else will she visit my grave? I told her I don't want a grave and again said they can have some of my ashes and plan a funeral if they like. I'd see if I get a funeral or not, personally. Then she told me it's a sin to not have your body intact when going into heaven. When I reminded her I am a non-believer, she started calling me selfish for putting a burden on her by making her think I'm going to hell for my body not being intact and an atheist, started calling me selfish for not having a grave for her and family to visit, and selfish for not letting family keep all my ashes. When I told her my body, my choice, my mother started to cry and she said, well, if you die before me, I'll make sure you have a grave. I don't care what you want. How could you be so self-absorbed? I felt bad and apologized. She said, think about someone else for once. You know how selfish it is to want to pollute the environment with human remains. Yeah, I know now I said nothing wrong but at the time, I felt like TA for not letting my family visit my grave so that's why I apologized. Since then, I wrote a living will because I can't trust my mother to handle my wishes. Recently, when the conversation steered to death and burial, I again repeated my wishes. My mother said, no you're not. I'm not going to live the rest of my life thinking my daughter is in hell. I'll plan everything for you. Okay mom. Small update, my mother thinks she's entitled to one of my properties, by useraging_gay_man. I'd first like to thank you all for the hugs, well wishes and reward. I truly didn't believe so many of you would see my post, let alone leave comments. Not going to lie, you all gave me a bit of an ego boost. Secondly, I'm in a really good place in my life. What happened to me was over 20 years ago, though I'll probably never truly be over it. I am happy. Now on to the update. Guess who's on Reddit and just so happened to see my post? I got another email from her demanding an apology for making her look bad on social media. She now has given us a deadline to hand over the keys to my house. I forgot to tell you all that the most expensive property I own is my family's home. The one my husband and stepkids live, but she's willing to compromise and take the apartment that I bought for my auntie. Oh, and am I supposed to let my younger sister, who I've never met, use my 2-bedroom apartment for free? I mean, after reading my post and seeing over 600 comments about how crazy and entitled she is, and she still thinks she in the right. Emailing me on my work email and leaving fake reviews online, she left too, with her actual name has given me another evidence of that restraining order, so I guess I should thank her of making it so easy for me. So that's all I guess. https://www.reddit.com/r/entitled parents/comments/w14m8r/my_mother_thinks_she_entitled_to_1_my/. UTM_source equals share and UTM_medium equals iOS_app and UTM_name equals iOSF. Parents ignore my warning about a mature comic then throw a fit when their kids are upset by the content, by user Chayasking 1081. So this happened a few weeks ago. I stopped at a local comic book shop to pick up a hardback copy of The Last Ronin. For those that aren't familiar with the book, it's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles story where 3 of the brothers have been killed. And the surviving brother is on a mission to avenge their deaths. So as I'm taking the book to the counter to buy it, these 2 kids, a boy and girl who look to be between 5 and 7 years old, see the book and ask their parents for a copy. So as I'm speaking with the cashier, their father approaches me. "Father, excuse me, my kids were interested in that book you have. Are there any more copies?" Me, "Yes, there's one more, but this specific book is pretty violent for kids their age. You'd probably be better off buying them another title," pointing to another Turtles book. Mother, who joined the conversation, "It's Ninja Turtles, I'm pretty sure my kids can handle characters from a Nickelodeon show." Me, "But this book is more in the tradition of the original comics from the 80s. Father, it's fine, just show me where the book is." Me, "Okay, it's right on that first shelf, but I warned you." So I continue talking with the cashier as the family sit down to look through the book. All of a sudden we start hearing crying from both kids as they're seeing their favorite heroes on a half-shell meet their doom. The father tries to console the kids while the mother angrily approaches the counter. "Mother, what is this? Ninja Turtles are supposed to be for kids. But after seeing this book they'll never be able to look at turtles the same. This book just ruined my kids' favorite cartoon for them." Cashier, "Ma'am, we tried to warn you that these weren't the Nickelodeon turtles your kids like, and I even suggested a more family-friendly title for you. But you insisted on that one. Mother, you shouldn't be selling this book in the first place." And with that, she demands that cashier lets them have 2 different books free of charge to apologize for the emotional stress the kids now had to deal with. Cashier, "I'm sorry ma'am, but you were warned about the book. I can't just give you something for free because your kids are crying. Besides, you didn't even purchase that copy, The Last Ronin." Hearing that, the mother tried blocking people from buying anything, but she quickly stopped at the threat of the cashier calling the police. She muttered something about getting people together to boycott the store till it gets shut down. And then she stormed out. As of today the store is doing just fine. Guess the boycott didn't quite go as planned for her. Entitled Mother demands free ice cream because she can't read a sign, by user C_championship_112. I am a 27-year-old male and this summer I wanted to start a little rolled ice cream shop, and if you don't know what rolled ice cream is, OG is a frozen treat from Italy where you put some ingredients on a cold plate with some mix and chop them up. But let's get started. I just opened up and these kids were talking to their mom they wanted ice cream, which was normal to hear when an ice cream truck opened up. So that is when the mother agreed and started walking over to me and I gave her a list. On that list is some of the ingredients and a price tag where they could mark what ingredients they wanted. When they were done picking ingredients I looked and they had almost all off the ingredients on, so I said, "Excellent, that will be 1,590 crowns, Danish money," and the mom said, "No, OG will only be 24, see." It turns out they toughed that the 5 crown price tag for expensive ingredients were for all ingredients, not every single ingredients like it was. Then I said, "Sorry, that tag is for individual ingredients, not all, but if you want you can write a new list." "No, I want all of it and I will her OG for free because you did not clear IFE good enough." "And no, I will not." "Do you want the ice cream full price or will you not?" She was really pissed to hear that, then slammed her hands on the counter and screamed like a banshee. "You either give us free ice cream or I call your manager." I just said go ahead. She seemed to be even note fuming after that and called the manager number which was on the side of the truck. Her face turned completely white after my phone started ringing. I simply took the call and said, "Sorry, I will not give you free ice cream," and then hang up. Afterwards she took her kids and left. Now I have a sign saying, "If you want to argue, it will make the bill worse." Best idea ever. First and last time someone argued with me at work. 1. I am Danish and English was not my first language. 2. I am on phone, so sorry for misspelling.